Grit, the 4 parts of business. What is grit? Well, grit is an acronym, meaning that every letter means something, G-R-I-T. The G stands for grit. How unique is that? We'll talk about what that means, right? The R stands for resources. I stands for interaction, and T stands for transaction. These are all important to running a business. Without any one of these, an entrepreneur would not be able to successfully run a business. You need all 4 in order to run it successfully. So for example, imagine your business that you're wanting to start. It could be anything. You could be a graphic designer, you could be a landscape artist, you could be a musician. This is your business. So you need all 4. The grit is the persistence to start and continue running the business. This means that you're going to fail. You're going to get stopped. You're going to get delayed. You're going to get down. Grit is the ability to keep going. Oftentimes, the best idea, the best product, the best service doesn't mean they're going to be a successful business. You can probably imagine lots of businesses out there that don't have the best cup of coffee when you go to their coffee shop. How are they successful? Oftentimes, it's the business owners that keep their business up and running, right? Even through failure, even through challenges. They're the ones that are successful because they're the ones that are there running their business. And that's attributable to grit. Next are resources. These are the knowledge, skills, and ability to run the business. So we use resources quite a bit in this program. Resources are anything. It could be the money that you need to start up the business. That's a resource. It could be the ability to actually do the job. Okay, it could be the computer equipment that you need. It's anything you need to run the business. Interactions, these are how you interact with your customers. It's about creating a space where customers see you. It could be forming a retail store where people actually can walk into your business. It could be setting up a website. It could be interacting with a customer in a social media platform. It's how you communicate in a physical or virtual space within the industry to interact with customers. So without that interaction, even if you have grit and show up every day, even if you have all the resources to do the job, if you're not meeting customers and interacting with them, you don't have a business. Which leads us to the last part of the grit model, which are transactions. Transactions are when your customer actually takes money out of their pocket and they give it to you. So you can have grit, you can have the resources, you can have the interaction, but at the end of the day, you need customers to pay you. So these are the 4 parts of the grit model. Let's talk a little bit more about grit, and we'll talk about the other ones later in later modules. So remember, grit is the persistence to start and continue running the business. Grit has been defined as perseverance and passion for long-term goals. So oftentimes, I view it as a race that you're going to run for months and months and months, even a year. How do you get up every day and keep going? It's that perseverance. And I want to caution about passion, because passion is very important about starting your business, but sometimes you're going to wake up in the morning and not be able to keep plugging away, moving towards your long-term goals. And there has to be something besides just passion. Sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's a family member that picks you up and says, hey, you're doing a great job, keep going, don't get discouraged. So there has to be something supporting you. And that's why it's really important to have a good network of friends and family that can support you and let you and keep you held up when you get down. The R in resources, we'll briefly cover this, is the knowledge, skills, and ability to run the business. And remember with that quote that we talked about earlier, entrepreneurship is the pursuit of opportunity without regard to resources currently controlled. If you don't have that $10,000 to start your business, but that's all you need to get your business up and running, that means you are going to pursue that opportunity even though you don't have that current resource. Your job as an entrepreneur is to figure out the resources you need and to have them be made available to you. You create the opportunity yourself to have those resources. So if that's all that's holding you back, that $10,000, you're going to write a business plan, you're going to pitch it to some investors or the bank, you're going to get that money, and you're going to keep moving forward. Part of the hard part is identifying what are those resources that you need, and then how are you going to get them. Interactions, as I said before, are the space where a customer and your business interact. Transaction is the money. Remember, you can have the best idea in the world, but if no one buys your product or service, you don't have a business. Only with transactions are you able to grow your business idea into a profitable business. Next up, knowledge and skill. We'll expand more on resources.